400 men, and not one of them has approached. I just think men this day and age don't want to date.
The epidemic of men not approaching women, again, as men, it's not something that we're going to feel because we're the one doing the approaching, right? So life just goes on normally. But man, the amount of videos being made online about this shit, the fact that it's not going away is just constant. It's making me think that it is one of those things, oftentimes there's the internet and then there's real life, but sometimes it does blend in. And this is one of those things that the internet and real life, they are synonymous. Okay? They're blending in. This is a real problem.
So I recently asked men, actually quite a few posts back, why they do not approach women anymore. And sisters, they got in them comments, about 400 comments. And we getting ready to start. Number one, I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as possible. I might have to do a part 2. Y'all are looking for studs. Y'all are not polite. Sisters, y'all not polite. Me Too and feminism. Apparently, they are afraid of being accused of SA. Everyone looks the same. No one stands out or is original. The system, social media, has destroyed y'all. Y'all are not safe. Okay. Y'all said y'all prefer a bear. Now, we're gonna have to expound on that because apparently there was a poll that says women asked who they feel safe around. They said men or a bear. Y'all chose a bear. The men are salty about that. Part 2. So yeah, about the bear situation. I'm choosing a man because I'm definitely afraid of bears, grizzlies to be exact. But let's get back into it. You have to pay for conversation. Y'all are not approachable. Ladies, y'all don't be approachable. Too transactional, only wanting money. Always begging. Y'all be out here begging these men, sis?
No.
Yeah, I know, sis. Too much attitude. Most act like escorts. Y'all put y'all dates on social media and make men look like creeps. They do not like that when y'all post y'all videos about y'all dates. They are afraid of that you will get on social media and talk about them. Too masculine. Always looking for a man to pay their bills. Men are valuing themselves over y'all. Not worth it. No peace. Here's the thing. Some of y'all may not care about this list, but some of y'all might want to hear what these men have to say. But let's get back into it because it was a long ass list. 400 comments. Okay. Y'all are not worth it. No peace. Being attractive means absolutely nothing. Okay. That attractive women come a dime a dozen. And y'all are usually trash and nothing but problems. Okay. Always in situationships. Too many bills and too many kids. And it just goes on and on. Okay, now, of course, I am a woman's woman, but some of these concerns are valid because for what I see a lot of times, y'all do be begging and it's tacky. But, brothers.
The bear one is hilarious. I'll be real. The fact that men are never going to let that go because it's so dumb. And the rage bait, it was successful. You guys did, you did your big one on that one. But men are never, ever going to let it go. And I'd love to know how big this poll was. Wow! Wait, time out.
No. You can't get away from this one. You cannot get away from this one. It's finally over. It's finally over for you.
Oh man, it might be over for me. It might be over for me on that one. The poll that was done, that was drawn, the audience, the data collected. What was the sample size? Right? Because if that's the case, then why would you even want men to approach you? Let's be for real. From running away from a white woman like He was Kunta Kinte, okay, on the slave plantation, trying to get free to this. Jonathan Majors' career is over, and he's been reduced to doing movies with the Daily Wire. You guys know I always say when it comes to conservatives, generally speaking, they are very good at critiquing creativity, but creativity themselves, it's just not something that's in their repertoire. A Jonathan Majors directed movie, a Ben Shapiro directed movie sounds absolutely horrific and disgusting. And Jonathan Majors is going to be starring in the film. Now, Jonathan Majors is a fantastic actor, and I'm sure he's going to do, a great job. But man, they really got him out here. They really got him out here in a way that, the way they got him out here, you would think he was on the Epstein list, the way they got that nigga out here. Okay, but there's certain people that's on that list that's still good. That's still good. Okay? He was in an abusive relationship with a white woman. They said, kick rocks, Kunta. That's crazy.
Jonathan Majors' career is over. Jonathan Majors is starring in a Daily Wire movie is a sentence he heard in a nightmare. It's with Zachary Levi. It's anti-woke sinners. It's made by Ben Shapiro. He's still in the nightmare. I haven't finished. Jonathan is in a domain expansion called The Sunken Place. This film will star him and Zachary Levi as twins. Full stop. I've never seen a fall off of these proportions. Jonathan got with making good after all of the problems that he had back during the MCU and has been blackballed so bad that he has now opted to do a film for the Daily Wire. I need you to understand something. It is over with. It is beyond over with. There's no coming back from this. This is a fate worse than Mel Gibson. Jonathan, Megan is gonna divorce you, gang. I understand the bills be billing, but the soundtrack is probably gonna be Tom McDonald. Jonathan, it is not too late to back out of this. Because the second that this film plays on screen, you may never act again. Grown man, by the way. Jonathan, if you can hear me in there, what are you doing?
Is that McDonald's guy, that rapper that be rapping about politics? Oh, he sucks. Tom McDonald, he's...
Alrighty, Ben Shapiro's Roots, Scene 27, Take 18, Action.
Thank you, President Trump, for lending me your laser sword so that I could destroy the Mega Obama robot. And now, with the combined powers of White Jesus and Net...
I was laughing.
Yahoo, I will go back in time to stop the true evil from ever happening. Affirmative action. The next time I see you, Mr. Trump, the future should be better than it was before.
And cut. That's a wrap, folks.
All right. Thanks, guys.
A part of me is excited to see what this movie is, just to see it. Like Madam Web, right? It was so bad that it was like, oh my God. Wow, this is actually the worst shit I've ever seen. It's so bad where it's like, wow, this is actually the worst piece of shit I've ever seen. I can't believe what I'm watching right now. Oh man. Oh man.
Taye Diggs, they finally got you. I guess those phone calls for the movie roles weren't coming in the same way they used to. And you had to do what you had to do, I guess. Cat Williams knew what he was talking about when he did that interview with Shannon Sharp. If you look at Taye Diggs in the video, you can see that he looks very uncomfortable just by how he's moving around. Whenever you're a struggling actor, just go sign the contract with Hollyweird and put a dress on. And next thing you know, you're gonna be in all the big name movies coming out. What I find crazy is the fact that Taye Diggs has been around for a very long time. So he's made money. So did you blow all your money and now you're desperate for money, which is why you would end up doing something like this? But yeah, Cat Williams knew, and he called it out, and we keep seeing it happen over and over again.
What do you guys think about this? You know, this is a conversation that I've had a few times when it came to, you know, Hollywood and black men in dresses. Do you think there's anything behind it? Because you can find many a clip, many a video, many a movie with white men in dresses. Historical context is where it's important though. The denigration of black men, the dehumanization of black men, this started in the trans-Saharan slave trade. Right? It was then picked up by the Europeans, and they done it in the transatlantic slave trade, making the black man look worthless, pathetic, weak. Right? Degrading him in front of his woman. Right? I think when a lot of black men see prominent black men wearing dresses and wearing makeup, that's what it's given. And I get it. I get it. Even though there are also white men in dresses as well, historical context makes it feel different. And again, I understand it. So this next video is about egg freezing and the fact that it's risen in the last however many years. More and more women are choosing to freeze their eggs and, you know, pushing back having kids.
I didn't realize the amount of pressure that I felt in dating until after I froze my eggs and the pressure that came off me.
24 years old, but I've been single for quite some time, for 3.5 years. You don't want to find yourself in a situation where you just want to have kids and you can't and you're struggling. I also want to be selfish enough to live my life right now for myself in my 20s.
In the UK alone, egg freezing among 18 to 24-year-olds is up 46% in just 4 years, but it can cost thousands with additional fees to keep eggs in storage.
It's really financially rough for me right now and I have to cut back to be able to get this process started. But I wouldn't change that. I really would rather have my eggs frozen, and that was a really big priority in my life. I really want to be a mum one day. I know I was born to be a mum.
But the chances of conceiving with frozen eggs can be slim, and to date, most women who have frozen their eggs have not used them.
I really think undergoing a medical procedure before the age of 24 is very, very likely to not offer you any benefits in the future. The most important thing that can possibly happen is that they have comprehensive information about the success rates. They know that egg freezing is never a guarantee, the potential risks, and also transparent understanding of the costs.
Risks? There are risks to egg freezing. Outside of financial, what are the risks to egg? Ovarian hyperstimulation syndrome, the most significant risk, where the ovaries become swollen and painful, affecting about 5% of women. Egg retrieval, okay. Side effects of medication, okay. No eggs to freeze. So really it's just that. And then the financial risks and stuff like that. If you can afford it, as a woman, I think freezing your eggs, what's the downside? Outside of the hyperstimulation, right? What's really the downside? You got the shit on the back burner, just in case. We know, you know, it's not a guarantee, but it's there on the back burner. It is just telling that there are 23-year-olds freezing their eggs. Now, that could be a sign of their mentality. Like the woman in the video said, she wants to enjoy her 20s. Okay, Also, though, it could be a sign of the economy and people just not wanting to have kids right now, and it's expensive, and more people are having kids older because it's difficult.
This woman is going mega viral on all platforms right now. She has the men, she has the women, she has everybody and they mama in an uproar, okay? Clearly, you can see that her ex-husband is very unhappy about this divorce. She's smiling. She's smiling. She put FNF. She happy. The husband, not so much. He looks very bitter, like a bitter baby mama. And I'm sure the men in the comments will be like, oh, it's because he had to give up half. Oh, she took his pension. Oh, he's paying alimony. Oh, he's got to pay child support. Well, actually, it's because she gave that man custody of their kids. She wrote, Felicia, your son didn't win custody. I gave him custody. I leave with what I came with, and I ain't come with no kids. I'll see them on the weekends. He, the single mama, not me. Not a Uno reverse. Not a Uno reverse on that man. And honestly, I love this for her because how many of you men sit here and try to go for full custody so that you don't have to pay child support? You make the woman's life a living hell because y'all have children together. I'm sure that man made the divorce hell, so she hit a Uno reverse on his bitch ass. As a mother myself, I'm not mad at her for it because what's the difference of her being a weekend mom than him being a weekend dad? Why is there such a gender disparity when it comes to custody and children? And I honestly feel like more women should start doing this. And maybe they'll start changing the laws, or maybe they'll start holding men more accountable for the children that they make. You want to sit here and drag me through court and not want to help pay for your children, or you want to like kind of control me through the children? Here you go, have the kids. I'll see them on the weekend. And that's the best part. Literally, most people have weekends off. So I get to spend my whole weekend with my children uninterrupted. I don't have to deal with the schoolwork. I don't have to deal with any of that, anything like that. I get to be the fun mom while you have them during the week while you're trying to work and you support them. You make them dinner, you make them breakfast, you get them to and from school. Because a lot of you men really don't want the children. You want fucking control. You don't want to pay for them either. So you pull this little fucking full custody bullshit on us and drag us through fucking court. Bitch, you can have them motherfucking kids. Take them fucking kids. I'll be the weekend mom. Shit, we gonna have a grand time at mama's house on the weekends. I won't be stressed. I'll be blessed. And you can deal with the full-time parenting since you don't want to be an amicable co-parent.
Yeah, so I don't believe that the men who are filing for full custody, the majority of them are doing it for control. I think if they're filing for full custody, they want full custody. I think if this story is true, maybe he went for 50-50 and she just said, have it. Yeah, have it. You could be the primary caretaker. And the world would be a better place if this happened more often. Yeah. There is definitely a double standard, and it's something that I've pushed back on and I'll always push back on when it comes to how men and women act as parents. A lot of men do believe in the idea of primary caretaker and it's the mother's job and all this nonsense. And it's just not real. Fathers are just as important as mothers. And in my opinion, actually not even an opinion. Just look at the data. The data is a bit skewed because there's way more women who are primary caretakers, right, than men. But it's very, very clear that when the father is the primary caretaker, the kids are better off than when the mother is the primary caretaker. So yeah, more men need to take accountability, need to take responsibility. Even if you didn't want to have a baby with her, you hit it raw. Just like she let him hit it raw. Didn't I say? Yeah, you hit it raw too. If this was a thing, it would make more men think. It would make more men think before they act.
This liquor got me in my zone. Now I'm blowing up your phone. Blowing weed, smoking the ozone. I just can't let this go. This liquor got me in my zone. Now I'm blowing up your phone. Blowing weed, smoking the ozone. I just can't let this go. Girl, if I'm doing too much, just let me know. For some reason, I just